and grooving. So I'm gonna talk about Sasser predominantly, and now we got this latest Duren rumor. I'll address it as well. It's a new Duren rumor every day, but and it's about to heat up this week for the city of Detroit. In the 90s, it was real cool. So y'all be hydrated, be safe. But a lot of us got a short week on the 4th of July, so. But yeah, so they trading Sasser, and my thing is this: Sasser just never got a fair shake. And I know it's politics. It's politics. Trajan. I think Trajan Langdon, not Trajan, but Troy Weaver drafted him. They never played him. Then I think Monty came in. Never gave him a fair shot. Didn't play with Monty. JB came in. Didn't give him a fair shot. I mean, even when they were, desperate for shot making and shot creators, they ain't let him in. They ain't let him play. And I seen him play. And I seen him, get in and play. He, seemed pretty good. Good defender, good scorer, good shooter. And they just didn't give him an opportunity consistently to show what he can do. Only in times of, they were desperate. But I think it's best for him to get a different look, a different city. A different team. Just the organization drafted him in the first round and, didn't get a fair shake. That's the only thing I can keep saying about him. He just didn't get a fair shake. Just didn't get a fair shake. And now they shopping him, and it's like, why didn't he get a fair shake? And I understand it's the politics of the game, and also it's just like any other job that we would have. A lot of people, get preference based on how they're liked. That's a lot of the preference. A lot of the preference is based on how much they like you. How cool are you? How much of a yes man they are? And we kind of talk about Cam Thomas, who played for the Bucks and came from the Nets. He has this amazing ability to put the ball in the hole, and you hear, I forget who it was, speak out and say, he just not his personality. He keep to himself. And when you somebody that, you somebody that keep to themselves and don't say much, people don't really like you. Not because you're offensive, not because you're belligerent. It's because you just do your own thing. And, people like that scare people. And who knows, it could be, Marcus Sasser's, it could be his personality. Maybe they think he's too short to play. I don't know what it is. I just never understood. You have a shot creation issue. Why not play him? Maybe he don't practice well, but a lot of people was rooting for him. He's a willing defender. He can shoot it. He can score it. But when you let me play in microdoses, and I never can work through my issues, and I never can get into a rhythm. When you a scorer like Marcus Sasser, you need to get into a rhythm. I might play a game or two when somebody injured, then I might ride the pine for another 35 games, and then I might get a game here and there. Like, you know what I'm saying? And when you got a guy that's a natural rhythmic scorer, you see what I'm saying? That's kind of, when you're a rhythm guy, that's hard. It's hard. It's hard to be erratic, have your playing time be so erratic. It's hard to stay ready when you're a rhythm guy. So I never really understood the mathematics behind him. Was it something that Troy Weaver seen, but the other coaches didn't see in him? I don't know. I legit don't know, but it is what it is. So now the latest rumor but they got him on the trading block, if I didn't say that, reportedly. Now, Jalen Duren is seeking somewhere around 40.
For $241 million. I don't know if it's pesos. If it's pesos, boy, ask for a little bit more. We got you on that. But 241 million US dollars. You know what? We don't even need to really disrespect you, right? We're just gonna go to the wheel. Right, we're just gonna go to the wheel. You see, You might need to bring that if you want the 200. We're gonna bring it. Whatever it lands on, that's our answer. And it's try again. Yep. You almost got to get the fuck out. You almost got to get out. Nope. Was almost there. But try again. You better come with a better number. Okay? That's it. That's it. You know what I mean? You're just a little too high. So you could have had just a regular note. We're saying try again. You almost got to get the fuck out of this office, okay? So one more time.
$1 million in the contract. Now, one of the dudes on X, Cool, was saying he don't believe that. He think the Pistons would be willing to give him, if it was only 40, the Pistons would be willing to give him that 40 million. And maybe that 40 is he willing to take 40 to go somewhere else. And me kind of piecing it together, I gotta be totally wrong, piecing it together. Maybe he like, yo, if I'm staying in Detroit, I want the Supermax. If I'm going somewhere else, this is my assumption saying this. The 40 million is the report I put on screen. Maybe he like, for me staying in Detroit, I want the whole super 287.1 million Supermax. Somewhere else, I'll take 40. You know, somewhere else, I'll take the 40 ball. That might be the case. You might be like, damn, why you feel like he fed up in Detroit? It might be the fact that the fans talking shit about him. The fans done wrote him off. Maybe reading online. Maybe the players in the locker room feel a certain type of way about him. You know, it can be a multitude of things. Maybe he don't want to be here no more. Maybe Luka getting into his ear. That was a report. The Pistons told Luka, "Oh, come out to LA. We got the bitches. It's better than Detroit. We got sun. Look here, man. That nigga Cade Cunningham. Don't worry about it. We gonna eat here. I'm gonna feed you. You gonna like it here. You know, you gonna like all that shit. And maybe that's the vibe. Maybe that's the vibe. My thing is this: at the end of the day, if a guy don't want to be here, and I gotta hand you 49 point some million dollars annually over the next 5 years. Look here, if you don't want to be here, bro, at that point, I'm about to hand you that life-changing money, bro. I'm gotta move on. But the problem is, they probably don't even have a plan B to move on. Then you gave up Stu, and then it's like, and I mean, like I said before, Terajan Langdon, I mean, he seemed to be really good, and he could fuck this roster up. There's a good chance he could fuck it up, but now, you know, I think it might be like, look here, if to stay in Detroit, I want the full Supermax. Somewhere else, I'll take the 40 ball. I'll take the 40 million. That might be what it is. I ain't really knocking nobody for it, though. I ain't knock you for it. I mean, do what you do. Do what you do. Do what you do. You know, but only time will tell. Only time will tell. Only time will tell. But I think that's the situation. He probably like, I'm staying in Detroit. Y'all gotta pay me to stay in this motherfucker. He probably want out. Probably want out. And you always got to be cautious of guys that have career years going to a contract year, because once they get the money, are they gonna just are they just gonna sleepwalk through? I don't know. But when you hear all that backlash and you a young man, you really don't really know what adulthood and manhood is yet. You hear all these people talking bad about you, man. Fuck them. I don't need them. I go somewhere else. That's usually most people's mentality, bro. Yeah, we were harsh on him, bro. I kind of like fell back. I'm like, my bad. I shouldn't have been that harsh on him. He only 22. I don't mind if they pay him. I mean, the full max, I ain't complaining about dudes getting their chili, bro. If he can get the Supermax, man, shout out to bro. Because we can't complain about Detroit teams spending money and not spending money. We can't complain about it. When they spend money, we complaining. When they don't spend money, we complaining. So any brother that's get the bag, he can get $50 million a year, man, regardless, I'm happy for him. You ain't gonna hear me fighting against nigga getting their money for real. Brothers getting their money. He can get his 50 ball, man, get your 50 ball. That's the organization problem to figure that out. And if you done and you fed up and you feel like you need to go elsewhere, go elsewhere. If you can get that. Because it's safe to say if he was a free agent, he wouldn't come back here. He's restricted. Safe to say if he was, I just wanna be free. If he was free, man, he wouldn't come back here. He might do a sign and trade, but he wouldn't come back here. And like I said, I'm a huge, like, if you don't want to be here, bro, that's my mentality. For people who don't want to be here, hey, bro, you don't want to be here. Shit, holla when you hear me, G. I ain't knocking you. I ain't knocking you. If you don't want to be here, you don't want to be here. But, it is what it is, or it is what it ain't. Thumbs up the video, share the video, subscribe to the channel. Find me on X, Facebook, Kick, Twitch, Instagram, Spotify, Anchor, Cash App, Venmo, PayPal. Appreciate the love, support. Let me know what you girls and guys think in the comment section. Like I said, check out Detroit Pistons Talk playlist for more videos like this. But yeah, we'll see what happens. So we dragging into free agency. I think it's a tampering period. Ain't nothing happen. All these big splashes, big moves, big grooves, big worm, big perm model. Ain't nothing happen. Peace.